Dust, silence. The air was thick with memories, each particle a whisper of the past. The sun beat down on the palace steps, cracked and overgrown with weeds. 20 years had passed, and nature had reclaimed what was once grand. 20 years since he had left, a young king sailing for war, full of hope and ambition, unaware of the trials that awaited him. Now Odysseus, scarred and weary, stood in the shadow of his own home, a stranger in the place he once ruled. He had dreamed of this moment, of the embrace of his wife, the joyous shouts of his son, the warmth of family that had kept him going through endless nights. But a cold hand gripped his heart, a fear that the dreams he held onto were now just illusions. The courtyard was empty, the air thick with a silence that spoke of abandonment. The echoes of laughter and life were long gone. Where was Penelope, her laughter like birdsong? The melody that once filled these halls was now a haunting memory. Where was Telemachus, his son, now a man grown? The boy he left behind had become a stranger too. Odysseus lowered his gaze, pain a bitter taste in his mouth. The weight of lost time pressed heavily on his shoulders. He had faced down monsters and gods, but the desolation of his own home was a wound he could not bear to look upon. The emptiness was a stark contrast to the battles he had fought. Turning away, he stumbled towards the kennels, a forgotten memory stirring in the ashes of his heart. The past was a ghost that lingered, refusing to let go. Word of the stranger's arrival spread like wildfire. Whispers followed him, curious and wary. Was this truly Odysseus, returned from the dead? Or some trickster, some phantom come to mock their grief? Eurycleia, his old nurse, recognized him instantly, tears streaming down her face as she traced the familiar scar on his foot. But Odysseus silenced her, a plan forming in his mind. He would reveal himself in his own time, when he had measured the loyalty of those he had left behind. He yearned to see Penelope, to hold her close and whisper the story of his journey. But first, he needed to see him. Argos, his faithful hound, the one creature who would know him, no matter how time had ravaged his form. The kennels were in ruins, a testament to the neglect that had fallen upon Ithaca. But amidst the decay, a single form stirred. A dog, old and frail, its fur matted and gray, lay panting in the meager shade of a crumbling wall. Odysseus's breath hitched. Could it be, after all these years? He knelt, his heart pounding against his ribs. Argos, he whispered, the name a rusty echo of a life long gone. The dog's head lifted, a low whine escaping its throat. Its eyes, once bright and full of life, were clouded with age and suffering. But as Odysseus reached out a hand, he saw a flicker of recognition, a spark in those dimming eyes. Section 4. Recognition and Release. Argos struggled to rise, his legs trembling beneath him, each movement a testament to his enduring spirit. He whimpered, a sound that tore at Odysseus's soul, a cry that echoed the pain of countless battles fought and lost. He remembered the day he had chosen the pup, a ball of white fur tumbling at his feet, full of life and boundless energy. He remembered the hunts, the laughter, the companionship that had been as constant as the sun, a bond forged in the fires of shared adventures. And now, here he was, his loyal companion, reduced to this frail state, a shadow of his former self, a broken mirror reflecting the ravages of time and loss, each crack a reminder of the inevitable passage of time. With a Herculean effort, Argos dragged himself closer, resting his head on Odysseus's knee, seeking comfort in his master's presence. A sigh, soft as the wind, escaped his lips, and then he was still, his journey finally at an end. Odysseus wept openly, the tears he had held back for so long finally flowing freely, a torrent of grief and love. He had faced down cyclopes and sirens, but the death of his faithful dog, the embodiment of unwavering loyalty, shattered the last of his defenses, leaving him vulnerable and human. Section 5. Love's Echo. In that moment of profound grief, Odysseus understood the depth of his loss. Loyalty, like love, transcended time and circumstance, weaving an unbreakable bond. It was a bond that even death could not sever, a connection that remained unbroken. As he buried Argos beneath his favorite olive tree, tears streamed down his face. Odysseus vowed to honor his memory, to keep the spirit of Argos alive in his heart. He promised to never forget the lesson his faithful companion had taught him about unwavering loyalty. Even today, Thousands of years later, the story of Argos resonates deeply with us. It's a reminder that love and loyalty are not bound by species or lifespan, but by the heart. It's a reminder that the simple act of waiting, of being there, holds immense power. The act of remembering, cherishing those moments, can be the most profound expression of devotion. From the battlefields of ancient Greece to the bustling streets of our modern world, the essence remains. The echo of Argos's bark still rings out, a timeless sound that transcends eras. It stands as a testament to the enduring power of a love that knows no bounds, a love that lasts forever.